polls show Democrats aren't doing that well.
We got the voters right where we want them.
You know, why do you think people feel so negatively about the Democratic Party?
Because we earned their disrespect the hard way. Look, when your back's against the wall, you can't make a mortgage payment. You can't go to a doctor's visit because you can't afford it, or you're stealing money out of your 401k that you know is for your retirement, but you're doing it to pay your bills today. You expect the Democratic Party to show up. Two things. We told you, oh, things are great. You just don't know it yet. And B, we're running around, close schools for 2 years when you didn't have to, and then when we open them, we blow open the bathroom door in the locker room, and we didn't actually worry about the classroom. We earned their anger because when they're holding on to that windowsill with everything they got, they're digging their nails into the concrete on the windowsill or the wood, they want us to help them. And we either told them they were wrong, or B, we got ourselves wrapped around what I call a cultural cul-de-sac and kept going around in a circle talking to ourselves. This isn't that hard. Now, in 2016, I was mayor. I signed a bill a decade ago on bathroom access. Never took my eye off of graduation rates, reading scores, or math scores. I did it. It's acceptance. But we went as a party from acceptance to advocacy. That's not our role.
You mean on trans rights?
On trans issues. So my thing is, when you say, well, how did we get here? We worked really hard at it. We did things that were really ridiculous. We let a border get out of control. When it came to public safety, we talked about defunding the police. When it came to an ethnic group, we called them Latinx, and nobody else in that group ever identified themselves that way. And then rather than worry about classroom excellence, we were worried about bathroom and locker room access. So they were angry. And look at all the polling that's out there. Look at all the focus groups out there. Democrats tell you, stop talking about these cultural issues, conveying that these are priority issues, when we should be talking about raising the minimum wage, expanding healthcare opportunities in healthcare and cost control, making sure people have money for their retirement.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys pulling up today. We got to talk about it, man. You got Rahm Emanuel, who, in my opinion, he didn't do a great job as mayor out in the city of Chicago. He's just on the long list of failed politicians out there, in my opinion. But for someone to come out here and say the quiet part out loud, something that we've been talking about on this platform for quite some time, and something that so many other people have been talking about for quite some time. He is right. Democrats lost the plot. Democrats are on the side of crazy. And at this point now, the Democrat Party's done. They're cooked. It's a far left, progressive, woke, communist, Marxist, socialist party. And there's no coming back from it. They're done. When you look at the people who are getting elected that are Democrats, if they don't capitulate to the far left, the extreme far left, progressive, which is a hodgepodge of people that don't necessarily get along, but they're getting along for the sake of destroying our nation, the Democrat Party is cooked. Simple as that. And it's going to take sane people to make sure that our country stays afloat, because if we leave it to them, Lord knows where this thing will go. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Here are some reasons why America is done with the Democratic Party. Your claims of eat the rich or tax the rich don't add up when you're going to rallies like the No Kings rallies that are paid for by, billionaires. You can't advocate for children's rights when a child who can't get a driver's license yet can get gender reassignment surgery. No one believes you're an anti-fascist when all you do is use fascist tactics on everyone who disagrees with you. You can't scream "my body, my choice" when it comes to unaliving your own child, but yet preaching for people to wear a mask, get a jibby jab, stay away from their loved ones, or you'll call the police that you want to defund.
Again, the Democrat Party is just full of hypocrisy, right? I say this and I'm gonna keep saying it. You know, if it wasn't for double standards, the Democrat would have zero standards. Simple as that. They you know, talk out of both sides of their neck. And they'll do anything that they can. They'll pander like it's nobody's business. We've seen AOC with the hijab standing out in the open around people that have been known to do harm to our country while she goes down south and stands in front of a bulletproof glass. It makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. But at the same time, the American people are waking up to the shenanigans of the Democrat Party. People that were once staunch Democrats are like, nah, can't get with that no more. Can't do it. Can't do it. ARP family, here's the part nobody talks about enough. A lot of you did everything right. You worked for decades, you saved, you built something for the future. And now inflation, policy decisions, global instability, all of it is starting to put that at risk. Not because you messed up, but because the system itself is getting more unstable. And when you really think about it, most retirement accounts are still fully tied to that system. So if it moves, everything moves. That's why more people are asking a different question. Not just what happens next, but how exposed am I? And for some, that means looking at ways to protect at least a portion of what they've built outside of that system, things like physical gold. And that's what led me to Augusta Precious Metals. They take the time to walk you through how it works step by step and help you decide if it even makes sense for you. No pressure, just good information. If you'd like to learn more, go to writeforgold.com, writeforgold.com, or text FAITH, FAITH, to 35052 just to understand your options, because you worked too daggone long to build this to leave it fully exposed. Now let's get back into the video.
Black people are waking up. We're waking up. We're seeing how the Democratic Party has profited off of the backs, the votes, and the support of Black people this whole time. And for what? We have nothing to show for it. Nothing. So with that being said, Black people want you to question everything. Every policy, every stance, every position. Because why? We're not supposed to be used by these people. Everything is not racist. Everything is not to keep you down. And everything is not so you can be a victim. You're smart, you're intelligent, you have a mind. Use it. Don't just go with the crowd just because that's what they're doing. I'm telling you, it's all a setup.
Yep.
But Black people are waking up. They're leaving the Democratic Party. And I'm so happy, because when someone sits in your face and says, you have no other choice but to vote for me because you're Black, you should be offended. And that's an insult to your intelligence.
She's absolutely right. And I was offended. And I was surprised that there wasn't more people offended by that comment. Had Trump said something along those lines, those people, the mainstream media and everything, they would still be running it to this day. Vote for me. You know, if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. But because it was Joe Biden, who has a propensity for saying, you know, some of the most outlandish things out there, some of the most racist things out there. I mean, there's a bevy, you know, there's a library, a video, you know what I'm saying, of this dude saying some of the most, you know, just outlandish things, you know, when it comes to, you know, Black people and as well as just minorities in this country in general. But for whatever reason, folks decided to give him a pass. See where that got us.
You thought I was going to stay a Democrat. So you mad because I'm a Republican. You thought I was going to support abortions, illegal immigration, men and women sports, men going in women's bathroom, funding of transgenders, mutilation of kids to change their sex. You got to be crazy to stay a Democrat.
He said it all. He said it all. He's not wrong either. These people are crazy. And if you're continuing to support this party, voting blue no matter who, just because you think, oh, I'm black and I need to do this, or, you know, I'm a woman and I need to do this. If you're continuing to do that, you are hustling backwards in 2026. That party, that group of people does not mean you or me any good. They could care less about your family. They could care less about your country. Their goal is to inch us closer and closer to the one world government. That is their goal. They want to put you in a position to where you will own nothing and be happy. They want to enslave you. Everything about them is death and destruction and poverty. Look at every place in the country where they're in charge. You don't have to listen to me. Just go and look at everywhere that they are in charge, and you can see it for yourself. These are some of the most impoverished. They're the most taxed, and they're some of the most dangerous places in the country. Simple as that. I'm glad people are starting to wake up, though. I am very, very glad. And I'm even glad that, you know, even Rahm Emanuel, even though, you know, he's talking out the side of his neck as well, but was willing to call it out. Because a lot of folks on that side of things that they'll pee on your leg and say it's raining. I mean, they did tell us that, you know, even though inflation was going up, the economy was great, right? They did rewrite your definition of what a recession is or was. They've done this. They're the party that tells you that the president is just fine. Every time he's in a meeting, he's sharp, this, that, and the third, and he stumbling up and down steps. Can't formulate a coherent sentence, walking around, stumbling around, looking like Weekend at Bernie's, but he's sharp as a daggone, sharp as a Ginsu knife. That's what they told us. You can't trust these people, man. You can't trust them. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. Appreciate the love, man. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, He gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, fear can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. In the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.